Good morning, sir. I'm going to tell you about the story of the tale of Wadarn the bachelor and the wazir's daughter. The story of Wadarn the bachelor and the wazir's daughter is a classic Middle Eastern folktale that has been passed on for generations. Here's the take on it. Once upon a time, it's a small village nestled in the heart of a desert. There lived a humble bachelor named Wardan. He was a kind and hard-working man who took great pride in his work, ensuring that every piece of meat he sold was tender and flavorful. Wardan's shop was always bustling customers who come from all over the village to taste his famous kip pips and falafel. One day, as Wardan was busy popping up a carcass in his shop, he received an unexpected visit from the wizard himself, the highest ranked official in the kingdom. The wizard was known for his cutting and rudeness but on his particular day he seemed to be in a particularly benevolent mood. Warden the wizard said, "When Warden smiled, I heard great things about your particular skill. I'm looking for someone to cook for my daughter's birthday celebration, and I think you're just the man for the job." Warden was taken aback and request, but he couldn't resist the opportunity to cook for the wizard's daughter. I agreed to prepare the special meal for her and handed him a small pouch and filled with coins and as a token of his appreciation. Warden spent hours in his kitchen preparing the most exquisite dishes he had ever made. Cooked lamb shanks in a rich tomato sauce, roasted and chicken with a soyjik and garlic, and even baked a sweet pastry filled with dates and nuts. The aroma of wafting from his kitchen was exquisite that even a wizard guard could help but gather to outside and shop to sniff out the delicious smell. One day, the celebration wardens presented his creation to the wizard's daughter, who was breathtaking beautiful with her long black hair and piercing green eyes. She took on one bite of his lamb shank and declared them to be the most divine thing ever she had tasted. Other guests at the celebration were quickly impressed by the wizard's kills, and soon everyone was craving about his dishes. As the night wore on, Wardan found himself having an unusually good time at Adams, and there is a novel he even managed to win over the wizard himself, who was impressed by Wizard's humanity and skills. Her, however, seemed particularly taken by a wizard charming and culinary prowess. She couldn't stop talking about him and asked her father if she could invite him to join the family for dinner that evening. He was hesitant at first, but eventually agreed to join them. As they sit down to eat together, Wizard realized that he was sitting across from the most beautiful woman. The wizard's daughter were enchanted by his wizard story about his shop and his love of cooking, and soon they were laughing and chatting like an old friends. On that day, Warden became a regular visitor to the wizard palace. He would cook from them whatever they requested, and in return he would receive lavish gifts and praise from the royal family, and the wizard daughter even fell deeply in love with the warden. And so Warden and the butcher live a happily ever after with his beautiful bride and surrounded by a delicious aroma of his kitchen and loved by his new family.